Welcome to the AIS Secondary Graduation and Year 13 Prize-Giving Ceremony for 2019-2020. My name's Mark Vella, Deputy Executive Principal and Head of Secondary at AIS, and I'll be your MC today. Because of the current situation, this is our first ever online graduation event. We hope you enjoy it. The aim of today is to celebrate all the achievements of the AIS class of 2020 who have completed their IB studies. Graduating from high school is one of life's great rites of passage, the end of a 13-year journey through primary, middle and secondary school, and the beginning of tertiary study or work. By the end of the ceremony, the class of 2020 will no longer be school students. Rather, they'll be young men and women about to embark on a new and exciting phase in their life, whether here in Vietnam or at an overseas university. We'll begin this afternoon's proceedings by inviting our Executive Principal, Dr. Roderick Crouch, to present his opening address.
Well, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to our first, and hopefully only, e-graduation. Well done to the class of 2020. Now, given that I've dressed up here at school, I hope you're all dressed up at home. But I have to tell you, it's a pretty strange feeling being dressed like this in a completely empty auditorium here at 210. The only good thing about this hat is it means I didn't have to worry about my hair. It's an equally strange feeling saying farewell to my final group of graduating students. There's no doubt that the hardest part of saying goodbye this year will be if we cannot do it in person, because we're not allowed to resume school. Hard for you all, hard for your parents, hard for your teachers, and personally hard for me too, as I too join you in leaving this lovely school. One of the great joys, but also great sadnesses of being a school principal is watching young children grow into fine young men and women. It's a joy to watch you grow. It is a sadness to say goodbye. And having taught so many of you over the past 2 years, I am doubly sad to say this farewell. At the start of each year, I'm asked to pick a theme to encourage the staff. The theme is then used when we take the local or the Vietnamese staff away on their local outing. Well, this year I chose the theme, turning challenge into opportunity. Little did I know how true this would be for everyone. What a challenging year that we've had. And yet, these challenges have brought so many opportunities. So what might you have learned these past 12 months? I certainly hope the answer is not nothing. Whatever it might be, I'm going to suggest 3 things. The first is that you don't need exams to keep learning. These last few months have been difficult at home. Online classes, getting things done, preparing for final exams, only to find there are no final exams. At one level, I'm sure many of you went, "Oh, that's awesome." But at another level, you might have said, "Well, what was the point?" You see, the real lesson, though, is that we shouldn't need formal exams to keep growing and learning. We can learn and grow all the time if we have the right attitude. If we approach any challenge as an opportunity to grow, then we will have the right attitude. Personally, I never stop learning from everyone I meet. I've learned so much from working with Mr. Vella, Mr. Beals, Mr. Armstrong, and from all of you too. And I encourage you to do the same and to learn from each other. We can all learn, but we have to want to learn. The future belongs to those who can learn, unlearn and relearn. That is the challenge we face. It's also the great opportunity, for we should always try to be better than what we were. And then on top of that, I think every day is full of little life exams about who we are as people. And that is the best learning, to be a better person. The second thought is, how do we manage our emotions to make good decisions? When COVID-19 struck, people became, and they often remain, afraid, and that has driven decision-making. Ah, I hear you say, this is theory of knowledge in real life. It is indeed. All those things I had taught you in TOK actually now have relevance. Emotion, not reason, determining truth and decision-making. No, I do not envy our leaders. I do not envy our government, and I trust that they will continue to do what is best for all of us. But what about each of us in our day-to-day decisions? How are we responding? Is fear dominating what we do? Admiral William McRaven, who was once in charge of the United States Special Operations, said this to graduates: "If you want to change the world, you must be your very best in the darkest moment." So how true that is right now. The best leaders, indeed the best friends, are not the physically strongest or the toughest or the most skillful, though that at times might be necessary. They are the ones with the best character. In other words, they know how to resist corruption. They don't play favourites. They take responsibility for who they are. They set the example and encourage respect and build trust. They have the courage to challenge the wrong. And finally, they persevere. My last thought is something I learned a long time ago, and that is, everything is temporary. By this I mean the circumstances we find ourselves in will change. Dr. Seuss summed this up really well in his wonderful little story, Oh, the Places You Go. It's still the best book I've ever read on graduation. I encourage you to read it too. There are some things in life that do not change. They are constant. Divine faithfulness, parents' love, family, night and day, lifelong friendships, even change itself. But on the whole, we will go through seasons of good and seasons of bad. And how will that affect us? To quote Admiral McRaven again, we need to measure a person by the size of their heart, not the size of their flippers. As you know, I've always believed that when we look back on life, it's neither money or fame for which we will ultimately be remembered. It'll be the type of person we were. Were we a good partner, a good parent, a good colleague, a good friend, a good leader? True legacy comes from our ability to use the gifts that we have been given to the fullest benefit of the world. In other words, being the best that we can be. Enough from me, well, almost. Congratulations, class of 2020, on what you've achieved at school. It is over. Finishing school means the prologue of your life has now concluded. Chapter 1 and the roller coasters of chapters 2 through however many are about to begin. Hopefully, they won't have a chapter as challenging as this year. Even if they do, we trust that you will use the intellectual, moral and physical foundation you have had through school and home to make the most of the opportunities you have. I very much enjoyed getting to know so many of you. And as you're at home now, turn to Mum and Dad and say thank you, for without them, none of these opportunities would have been possible. They still remember the day you started school. They've still got the photograph. Remember to thank your teachers too, then virtual hug your friends. And don't forget AIS as well. Know that the door is always open, and we look forward to your return. Martin Luther King, 50 or 60 years ago, challenged the United States when he said the following: "Cowardice asks the question, is it safe? Expediency asks the question, is it politic? Vanity asks the question, is it popular? But conscience asks the question, is it right? And there will come a time when one must take a position that's neither safe, nor politic, nor popular. One must take it because it's right." Or in the words of Green Day, who were a few years ago saying, "Make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right." I hope you've had the time of your life. Now, whatever path you travel, may you always have the courage to do what is right. All the best with wherever life takes you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Crouch, for those inspirational words. Next, the students would like to share some of their favourite memories of being an IB. They've put together some of the best moments here for you. And after that, we'll be hearing from our Head of Senior School and IB Coordinator, Mr. Beals, who will say a few words.
Bà chết nằm vậy.
Cái đó là chỉ là IB với ba hậu IB thù.
Xuống. Lên. Ngồi. Lên. Đấy,
Follow my lead.
Orange ass tie. Go to like a BIS prom night. You should be playing much. That's like you're spitting in my face.
You know it's filming, right? Yeah.
Oh my god. So dumb.
No, my face.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, now!
It looks like they're on camera. Yeah. Blue looks so happy.
It happened in 18 and 80 until now. It's 100.
My man arrow's popping off.
Hello everybody. Well, you join me today in our fabulous new IB Centre. When I started writing this, I imagined I would be talking to you face to face rather than here on my own, but here we are. Despite not being able to see you face to face, I hope you enjoy our very first ever online graduation event. You worked very hard, and it's important that we recognise your achievements in completing the IB Diploma programme. Life has a habit of throwing challenges your way, as I'm sure you're starting to see. How you respond and react to that is really important. I've been really impressed over the past few months by the way you've all matured and responded positively to the challenges of online learning and completing IB. I'd like to thank all of you for making me feel so welcome during my first year at AIS. It's been a genuine pleasure getting to know all of you and watch you turn into young adults who are now ready to go from being the oldest in the school community to being the youngest in the wider community. I'd also like to thank all the teachers and staff who've worked tirelessly over the past 2 years to help you get where you are now. They really have been excellent. Now, I understand it's a tradition at AIS for the IB coordinator to create a poem for your graduation. So, here we go. This is the Year 13 graduation, a time for goodbyes and celebrations, a time for nerves as results draw near, a time for thinking, where will I be next year? And so from all at AIS, we'd like to wish you the very best and say farewell to all at this graduation. And so, with apologies for my pronunciation, there's Rohit, a gentleman who loves to talk, but from hard work he never balks. Some found the coursework tough, but Selena, Min Kyung and Crystal knew their stuff. They kept on smiling and helping out, and they'll do great. Of that, I've no doubt. Yuna, Anvu, Wanho, Quinn Nu, and Junwoo, we wonder what you all will do. Zimi and Angela, a dynamic team that always laughs and sometimes screams. Jono knows his films like there's no tomorrow. In fact, he could be the next De Niro. Darren, Sota, and Tomoho, I wonder where you each will go. Liminyat, Sangho, Chikai, and Yuna, you've done so well and will go so far. Eric, Hinan, and Jisoo are our sporting stars, while Billy's badminton skills are spectacular. But for one-handed press-ups, Martin's the man. And who excelled on the high ropes? Why, that's Joanne. Hyunjun's the king of chemistry, while Fong's photos are fabulous to see. Wang Chi Kwang's into anime, and then there's the artwork from our own Yumi. Minsu and Huang love to play piano, while Jack can debate just like a pro. Vu Hai Son loves football and plays just like Mane. Doi Un plays video games day after day. To Aaron, David and Vanessa, I will miss our English A lessons, where you try to remember off by heart who is a Okonkwo's daughter in Things Fall Apart. We have had some star students from Korea who will go on to have great careers. Yunwoo, Alex, Jungmin, Junso, Sunmin, you've all been amazing. Jenny's from Thailand, Swadika. She'd like to study art and stuff like that. Gilly's not silly, he's nobody's fool. He'll pass IB with hair that's still cool. Jenny will be an actor and dancer soon. Jenny, go out and reach for the moon. Then there's James Taylor, what a player. Ashley loves to get on stage and dance. It's been great to see each performance. Jack, Andy and Sangho, the best of luck wherever you go. Johnny was new this year but caught up fast. He's the kind of guy who loves his art. 2 of my students were really great, but OMG, they were always late. Bob and Min would disappear. Actually, are you even here? Head boy and head girl were Andrew and Miley. Without them, where would we be? Soon things will be over, and you'll be able to say, I think I'll watch YouTube and Netflix all day. You can chill on the sofa without thoughts of revision and wonder what's next on the television. You made it through and nothing can stop us, not even lockdowns or the coronavirus. And so to uni, you'll soon be gone. I hope we'll meet again before too long. Until then, you can ask yourselves, now you are free, the future is here. What will I be? Thank you and good luck.
At this point, I'd like to introduce our first musical item, Vanessa and Huang performing their version of Anne-Marie's 2002.
I will always remember the day you kissed my lips as a feather. It went just like this. No, it's never been better than the summer 2002. We were only 11, acting like grown-ups like we are in the present. Drinking from plastic cups, singing love is forever and ever. Well, I guess that was true. Dancing on the hood in the middle of a woods, Mustang
We've now arrived at the highlight of today's ceremony, when we present our class of students graduating from the AIS Senior School and recognise their achievements in completing IB. For these students, this moment signifies the culmination of many years of hard work. In addition to presenting students with their graduation certificate, we'll also recognise and celebrate individual student success by awarding Academic Excellence and Citizenship Awards. Academic Excellence Awards are presented to students who have received the highest grade in a particular Year 13 subject. Citizenship Awards are presented to students who have contributed their own time and effort to support various school events, developed new insights and skills from their involvement in community service, and made an impact on the wider school community. Congratulations again to all of our graduates and award recipients. Next, we have our second musical performance from another group of our super talented Year 13s, performing a mashup of See You Again, Memories, and Lan Kui are Selena, Jack, and Min, better known as the Onion Band.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I tell you all about it when I see you again. We come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Here's to the one that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Gonna look back on the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the one who's today. Toast to the one that we lost on the way. 'Cause it's bringing back on the memory. And the memories bring back, memories bring back. Đêm nay tôi xin tránh nói thêm về tương lai, xin tránh nói hẹn gặp lại, tránh nói về ngày mai, vì có như nói câu vĩnh viễn những gì em đang mất. Khoe mi nêu dưng dưng nhiều khi chỉ để đắm mắt, có như cái ghép tua lại kỷ niệm trong đời tôi lúc ban đầu. Chỉ để lần cuối đi bên nhau, cay đắng như không đau. Nếu ai cũng mang tôi thì người mong đợi gì nơi tôi. Đến em tới đây thôi, phố mưa cũng đang tạnh rồi. Cho dù chẳng biết sẽ đi đâu, cũng giống như lần đầu. Nhưng nếu em có đợi hoài cùng mình, quay lại nhìn sang tôi, em cứ đi tiếp thôi. Lần cuối anh cũng qua mất rồi, y như một giấc mơ trôi. When I see you again, when I see you again,
They put up another deadline, they put in a manage back. I'm starting to get really stressed. Oh no, not another test. Whoa, stress from IB. Stress from IB. Look at my feedback, it's not a 7. I'm gonna cry. All of my grades are going down. Everyone thinks that I'm a clown. Time to revise, fix up my English in the IB. Love the IB. 7 on this web, 7 on that web. Look, I'm in glee. Writing my essays are a bliss, and there's something I'm gonna miss. Got my diploma, goodbye to Langlet. Love the IB.
For our final student presentation this afternoon, it is with great pleasure I introduce head boy Andrew Chan and head girl Miley Pham, who would like to address their peers for one last time.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrew. I'm your head boy for this graduating academic year, and now I would like to personally share on behalf of my peers our thoughts, our everlasting memories, and most importantly, our tremendous gratitude for the support of our teachers, our guardians, and school faculty, all of whom we couldn't have gone without. And to my Year 13 peers, as we reach the end of this exciting chapter, I am sure when we look back at our 2 years of IB at AIS, we will probably see that these times are not filled with stress, nor the ever-looming threat of deadlines, but rather, these times were of the hard work and personal growth, and these times were of the most fun and unconventional experiences. And these times were of the wonderful things we have all acquired from our teachers in the classrooms. The knowledge, the skills, the interesting stories, your uncompromising endeavour for a wonderful classroom environment, and of course, your unparalleled humour. And this is why I want to extend my limitless gratitude for all of our Year 13 teachers, and all of whom who have taught us over the years for your time, your effort, and your patience. It has been a truly remarkable experience to have been in each one of your classrooms, where we have continually been gifted the opportunity to learn and strive for personal growth. And I quite certainly believe that my classmates and my peers will appreciate all the times we have spent in your classroom too. I want to also specifically thank Mr. Masterton and Mr. Beals on behalf of my entire year level, who have been our Year 12 coordinator and Year 13 IB coordinator, respectively. It is your support, friendliness, and your general guidance through IB life and deadlines that have greatly helped us through our high school journey. However, I hope it is our year level's laughter, excitement, and constant barrage of noise from the common room which we sure hope you will forever miss. And to my fellow Year 13s, now that we have reached the point where we get ready to part our own ways, I really wish you the best on all of your parts. Though due to these exceptional circumstances, we may not be able to wish each other goodbyes in person. Yet, moments like these can still shed light on how strong and supportive our friendships are, but also how unexpected things can be. I mean, if we look at us now, we thought we would be preparing for exams at this point, but instead, we are now kicking back, relaxing, and pondering where our futures will bring us next. And on that note, I am excited for all of us, as it is the unexpected changes in our lives that shape us, and shape the opportunities the future will bring us next. Overall, these experiences I have shared with all of you throughout my 7 years at AIS have made this journey unforgettable. Maybe we have been close friends, maybe we had shared a conversation, or a joke, played sports together, worked together, or even had seen each other around. I surely will cherish all these remarkable experiences, and I can surely see how they have helped shape me to who I am. And I hope you too can do the same. Thank you all, and I really hope you all the best in the next chapter of your lives.
Hey guys, this is Miley, your head girl of 2019-2020, here honoring the AIS class of 2020. I know how much everyone wanted a formal graduation to surround yourself with your friends and teachers who have been there for you throughout your years of high school. And even though I lost this chance to say goodbye in person, we all know that the years we have spent together here at AIS will truly be memorable. Starting with the Year 12 camp that bonded everyone together to the last senior prom night, and us basically surviving the IB together. It has been a crazy ride. So here's to the class of 2020. Here's to the people that made my senior years the best memories of my life. The best part of this year-end celebration is the time for us to reflect on our growth as individuals and as a collective of Year 13 all together, and to cherish those memories that we only get to experience once in teenagehood. If someone asks me what is my favorite part of my experience here, learning at AIS, I would definitely say it's the people. It's the people, it's my friends and my teachers, and everyone that I had the chances to meet and learn from here in AIS. And to me, that is what truly has made AIS AIS. And here at my last chance of speaking to you, I wish you all the best in the near future, and I hope that our memories here, the memories we shared at AIS, will always be a part of your life, that you can look back and smile. And hopefully in the future, we will all see each other again. Bye.
The only thing left to do is to celebrate the end of IB by wearing our graduation hats. With this tassel, before we graduate, it should be worn on our right side. Once you graduate, you may move this tassel to your left. So here we go. If you have yours, you can now also do the same.
Pretend this beach hat is my graduation hat.
Then, let's all throw them in the air to mark the end of IB and high school. 3, 2, 1, throw! Congratulations. Thank you.
We come now to the final phase of the graduation and prize giving ceremony, the awarding of special prizes. The first of these awards goes to our AIS Sportswoman of the Year. This award is presented to the individual who has demonstrated an outstanding commitment to sport. She has performed at a high level, shown improvement in her skills, and displayed a healthy attitude towards promoting the profile of sport through the nurture and encouragement of other students in the teams. The recipient of this year's AIS Senior Sportswoman of the Year Award is a highly skilled, dedicated and competitive athlete who leads by example through her positive actions on and off the court. Never backing down from a challenge and always giving 100%, she has become a leader that her peers look up to. This student is a two-sport representative for AIS. In the senior girls volleyball team, she played a big part in keeping the team competitive in Pool A of the SISAC competition. However, it's in basketball that she displays her true sporting prowess. She was instrumental in leading the under-19 girls basketball team to back-to-back city championships, consistently being top scorer with her natural attacking skills. The award for 2019-2020 AIS Senior Sportswoman of the Year goes to Gagami Tomoho. I'll now hand over to Dr. Crouch, who will announce the recipients of the major leadership and academic awards.
We come now to the special awards in Year 13 for leadership, citizenship and academic excellence. Before I announce them, I just wish to say how lovely it was to see the students this week for your photographs and to hear about the amazing university offers that so many of you have received. I'm particularly excited that a number of you, such as you Ashley, will be going to my old university, the University of Sydney. And once school reopens, you are welcome to come back, and provided it is possible, we will actually aim to get you all together. Now, the special awards. The first two special awards are the Year 13 Leadership Awards. Today, we wish to acknowledge the contribution of two Year 13 students who have performed major leadership roles in the school. The prefect team in 2019-2020 was ably led by head boy Andrew Tran and head girl Miley Pham. As Andrew and Miley have learned, being a prefect involves a lot of work and not much glory. Whether it's assisting with school assemblies, leading the peer tutoring program, or taking a prominent role in the school's open days, under their leadership, this year's prefect group has shown commendable commitment and initiative. So our Year 13 Leadership Awards go to the head girl, Pham Miley, and our head boy, Tran Wokan Andrew. Congratulations. Now, to the final two awards. The first is a new award this year. It's called the Founders Award, named after the founders of AIS, Nguyen Thi Tu Toi and Nigel Russell, who have generously supported this award with a large cash prize. It is for a student who, in the opinion of the school, best demonstrates the fulfilment of the school philosophy. That philosophy, based on the loveliest statement by the Australian writer David Malouf, to take a tuning fork, throw it down, and hear the planet hum, means we're looking for a student who does indeed listen to the world around them, hear it hum, and grow into a young person who is curious, reflective, and actually making a positive difference to their world. This year, the winner is a student who is not only industrious, hard-working and academically capable, but also a gifted musician, equally comfortable playing piano concertos in Carnegie Hall, or accompanying others in a rock band, or playing at the Tu Zung Rehabilitation Centre for Disabled Children. He's an entrepreneur, a top-ranked table tennis player who also helps with coaching, a photographer and a leader. Our inaugural Founders Award goes to Mai Phuc Min Guan, or more affectionately known as Bob. Congratulations, Bob. Now our last award is the Ducks. This award is the premier award given in any school to a student with the highest overall ranking in academic achievement for the graduating year. The word Ducks is Latin for leader, and in schools it's a modern title given to the top scholar. The award has also been wonderfully supported with a generous cash prize by the founders of AIS, Nguyen Thi Thu Thuy and Nigel Russell, and we thank them so much for their generosity and support. The winner this year has always been a very capable student. Not only is he a fine young man, initially raised in Australia, he came here in Year 5 and has been a leader ever since. He's a gifted public speaker. He also makes me feel good about my Ting Vid. He's emceed the Gin conference last year, and he's never short of an idea or an opinion. One of the top 3 academically in Year 11, top of Year 12, and possibly our first ever student to achieve the maximum score of 45. Never short either also of a smile. The Ducks of the school is Tran Wook An Andrew, or more simply, Andrew Tran. Congratulations, Andrew. And that concludes the special awards.
And that brings us to the end of our first ever online graduation ceremony. We're sorry that we couldn't gather together in the usual way, but we felt it was important to recognise and celebrate your achievements, and this video is our way of doing that. From everyone at AIS, we wish our graduating students all the very best for the future. We trust their time at AIS has prepared them well and are sure that their futures are bright indeed. Goodbye.